putting meter packs up for phase 7 as they finish phase 6, and they should be digging on phase 7 in the next 4 weeks.
It's proceeding apace?
It's on schedule.
Excellent.
We may, depending on how fast we get through phase 7 this summer, may actually be able to start phase 8 before the end of the year.
We do. All we have to do is be able to have the money to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yes, Deb.
How many phases do you anticipate we will have before the grid project is completed?
We're working with our contractor. There's a strong, it hasn't been solidified yet, but it looks like phase 8 will be the last phase. It'd be the largest phase. And it would probably take, if they started this year, into mid third quarter of next year to get it done. But we're working with our contractor trying to evaluate it, whether it makes sense to do one phase and just get done or break it up into 2. Right now we're leaning towards 1.
Just for you folks out there in television land, Dean's real job is managing large-scale contracts, much larger than this one, for a private enterprise company. So we're lucky to have him on the board of directors to help us stay on top of this particular project. Howard, okay, Scotty, how about Club 50?
Club 50, they're still doing the tacos. I think the next one is the 28th. Anyway, coming up soon. But they're doing tacos, and it's going to continue to be the takeout style even after the club gets opened up to do more or less normal business, just because they have to work into getting the inside seating and everything all arranged. They'll have the outside tables that they can come and sit at if they want. They'll come and get their packaged meals, and they can, sit outside and visit and eat like we used to do.
Civilized people.
Yeah, like the civilized people, yes. But then the first Club 50 members meeting, like we used to have once a month, is going to be on July 7th, on Wednesday, July 7th. We're going to have a regular Club 50 meeting, and hopefully we'll get a lot of people to show up and have their input on how they want things to get going again. We're still waiting to get the final word on the cleaning up there, the deep cleaning that the contractors are supposed to be up there working, and there's a little bit of confusion on when they were showing up or what they were doing, and Gene is going to be contacting I believe Steve Cook or Pat on that to find out what the schedule is on that. But I think Steve Cook is the one that was handling it, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll find out from him what the schedule is, or if it's even already been done. We don't know. So
No upcoming issues that we should know about?
Nothing that I can think of. I talked to Gene today to ask him if he had anything he wanted to be brought up. He just said, bring up the tacos, and I threw in the meeting there because the committee had a meeting, and that's what they decided. They wanted to have a members meeting as soon as we could get the all clear, and so that's tentative right now that we're going to do that. So.
Okay. Just so that people can hear me while Jacob is fiddling. Now you can hear me. Deb, would you like to give your reports on the committees to which you liaise?
Okay, I'm going to have a couple motions. I don't know if you want to do those now or later.
Later.
Okay, so the Adult Center has a whole bunch of activities coming up over the weekend. It's in the mooring lines. They will be updating it again. They've been They have been really busy. There's a dance, there's all kinds of stuff. There's a parade, there's a chicken lunch, Albertson's Chicken, and we can thank Pat for the potato salad. Jenny, Pat, and I are going to be making potato salad with Steve, because Pat and I both wanted
Any
it.
volunteers, please?
Yeah.
Is there someone else that can help them?
You could come.
When is this?
That's the 4th of July.
Oh,
The parade
okay.
is on the 4th, so there's
Wait,
going to
Scotty?
I forgot to mention that Ann Biggs, activities coordinator for Club 50 and the Adult Center, she put in the Facebook today, I think it was, that they need people to come and decorate their floats
Yes.
for the parade. And that's in the mooring lines, and I forgot to mention that. Sorry, Ann.
And also look online because she's really good at posting things there. She's doing a lot of really good stuff. Our MAC committee had an issue that they dealt with. And we have a really good MAC committee, very solid. And that issue is private, but we also got and I sent it to the board, a member suggestion about, providing a tool checkout for tools in the park. We can address that at another time, but I'm just throwing it out that also came in. Sounding board.
Wait a minute, didn't you get a volunteer to the MAC committee?
Well, I have like 3 different motions
Okay,
in that way.
all right.
Not to the MAC committee, no. I've got another committee too. Let me find it. Let's see. Sounding board, they're working on the member orientation. As I said before, Kathy Hall's coming up with some really neat things. I think it's going to be, real positive, and I think it'll be real helpful for new members to be able to come in and get an overview. And we're going to kind of update all that. So they're working real hard on that.
They're focused on
Yes,
that.
yes, they're doing great. Kathy Hall has done some real good work to that end, and we just need to ratify. They need to ratify that as a committee. I have 3 different motions.
Okay, let's wait and let's hear from Bill Elder.
With the VRC, I haven't met with them because they had it in July, the next meeting.
Okay.
I have discussed it with my wife, so I got the okay. VRT, we had a total of 12 people show up for the meeting.
Wow.
5 were new, and the rest were the ones we had to wake up. So I will have motions put in at the next meeting to ensure they show up.
Okay.
Good. Anything else?
And trying to help the sounding board with your orientation, we have films on what to do for an emergency.
That's great.
I got 12 of them, so you can have them, check them out, give them back.
Thank you.
And also, the government has released money, so now they're supplying pamphlets again. Cool. So we got pamphlets that will be going out.
Where are you planning on distributing them?
It's usually down there at the mailroom, but I gotta check with them and make sure.
Okay. And at like 4th of July events and stuff like that, are you going to have pamphlets by then?
No,
Oh, okay.
we don't have our meeting to the second Thursday.
Okay. We're having a little technical difficulty in that the members of the board, including myself, don't know how to push an effing button.
Hey, Bill.
One? No, I didn't say it. I
Not quite,
alluded
but
to it.
almost.
I alluded to it.
Can you go and repeat the entire stuff over?
Okay, Bill, anything else?
No, that's it for today.
Okay. Tom is the new liaison to the Architectural Committee. You have a report from the guys.
Yes, sir, I do. Architect Committee has been meeting regularly on Wednesday. And
what we've been doing lately, we finished up a process map. So if you look behind Bill there is a process map that kind of steps you through the process between the architectural committee and the adult, or the admin, sorry. And with the admin working with us, we came up a step-by-step process of how the paper trail goes through this park and what we do step by step.
How does sales work into that?
Sales doesn't really work into this position because when they do it, they go to admin. So admin then takes it and picks it and puts it to us. So our list comes out, whether it be a new
Request.
request or from DMT, it goes to admin and then we see it all at once on the request form.
Right.
So we got that mapped out and we saw some gaps between admin and architectural committee. They have done a really good job of filling in the gaps and seeing what we could do to make the process flow better. And then we found that in case of a violation or stop work, we didn't know how that flowed real well.
Yeah.
So we started out with the stop work and we're working with the rangers and we're coming up with that process, how we can talk to one another and how we're going to communicate. When the stop order is put in on a architectural job, then we need feedback from the rangers to tell us that they did put the stop work order in, because anything at that point would stop the process. We would not issue any permits with a violation up on, or a stop work up on the board. So we're working through that one. We're going to figure out how to communicate back and forth between the rangers and the architect committee on that. And then we're going to step into how do we do if there's a violation and how that's going to affect not only the rangers, the architect, and the admin. And we're going to work that one out.
And everybody is working together.
Everybody is working together, sir.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
The other thing is that, that after we get through with these couple more of the process flow maps, we're going to start reviewing again the architectural rules and how they affect the park rules. So we'll be interjecting our new rules for the architect into statements for the rules that we're working on also. And then the last thing I want to mention is that the architect want to thank for us, for giving us a little money so we can all treat the volunteers for the architect to go out to dinner, and we did that last Saturday.
Where'd you go?
We went to the Chinese restaurant there on Cedar.
Beijing.
I'm not sure of the name, I just showed up. So
And it was good.
it was very good. Yes,
Awesome.
everybody appreciated it.
Okay, Deb?
I forgot, and Bill reminded me that we'll start our rules committee meeting July 2nd at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And the group of us will start working on that
July
Here.
2nd,
at the adult center.
1
Yeah,
p.m.
at the adult center.
Cool. Okay. Any other old business that we have to deal with? Moving right along to new business, I put safety on the agenda because we need to start focusing on that. We have kind of neglected it, and we're talking about park safety, employee safety, and things like that. It always gets ignored. Any organization always tends to shove it down to the very bottom of the list of things to do. But we can't do that. So we're going to start working toward improving our safety procedures. Now, a lot was done a few years back, and there's some good work that was done by a contractor that I'm sure that anybody will be able to find and jump off from. Bill, I think that you would be good at doing safety. I need somebody that really is on top of things like that and just a little bit picky, because we've got to be picky in certain areas of safety because it matters. You know, we've got to protect our employees. We've got to protect our membership. So if you would take that under your wing, I'd sure appreciate it. I didn't talk to Bill ahead of time because I know if I talked to him ahead of time, he would have shot me. But
Really?
I don't want to waste my bullets.
Well, why don't you
Okay.
say what you just said?
I was just thinking, Bill, that, that would tie in really perfectly with your EMT committee.
ERT.
Excuse me. And then there's also money available for OSHA to help with safety equipment and stuff, so as long as you can combine that, and I can help connect you with the person at OSHA.
Did you hear what she said?
Apparently the heat.
She could help you.
Apparently the heat of Bill's concerns burned out his batteries. Okay,
Appreciate that.
good idea, Jenny. Any other new business?
Motions?
Okay. Go ahead and motion, please.
Okay. Motion accepting Marty Hembry's resignation from the Adult Center Committee. That's the first one.
Wait a minute.
Let her read it back to you.
Okay, so you are making that motion.
Yes, I'm making that motion. Do I have?
Do I have a second? Bill Elder seconds the motion. Any discussion? I understand that she felt that it might cause issues since her husband is on the board now. So that was a very thoughtful thing for her to do. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Okay, any more discussion? All those in favor of the motion, please raise your hands. All those opposed?
Oh, you're opposed?
Yeah, I think you should say.
One opposed. Okay.
Okay, second motion is motion accepting Victoria Gideon's resignation from the Sounding Board Committee. She's moved. And I'll bring that motion.
I'll second it.
It's too bad 'cause she did a really good job for us.
Yeah.
Got it, Judy?
Victoria Gideon's?
Mhm.
Okay, resignation
From the Sounding Board Committee.
She did a lot of research on that.
She did a great job.
A very smart lady who did do a heck of a lot of work, and we'll miss her. Another volunteer that did yeoman's work.
She went above and beyond.
Of course, she's walking out with a pile. Anyway, so the motion has been made.
I seconded it.
Nancy
Please.
seconded.
Judy, please read the motion back.
The first motion was from Deb, accepting Mary Hembry's resignation from the Adult Committee. Bill seconds it, no discussion.
Bill E.
Bill E., okay.
Yeah, and it's Marty. It's Marty.
Marty.
Okay. Bill E. seconds, and that's Marty, not Mary.
And
Okay.
that was a unanimous vote.
No, except for one
Oh, I'm
opposed.
sorry, it was,
Jenny opposed.
Marty, no
Minus one.
discussion. Jenny's opposed, rest okay.
right, okay.
And the second one was Deb, accepting Victoria Gideon's resignation from Sounding Board Committee as she's moved. Nancy seconded.
Okay,
And-
who seconded?
Nancy.
Nancy seconded it. All right.
Okay.
Any discussion on that? All those in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. Regrettably, all those opposed, I think it was unanimous.
Okay, so
One more time.
one more motion. A motion to accept Lee Biggs to the Sounding Board Committee. And I would really like to get him on there. I think he'll be a real asset to the group.
Spell his name for Judy.
Lee
Lee, Lee, and then Biggs is Biggs. Yes. And I'll bring that motion if somebody wants to
Tell
second.
us,
Or-
wait, stop. Jenny, what did you want to say? Are there any seconds? Jenny? Okay, Jenny seconds. Discussion. I would like to know a little bit about him if you could help.
He's a very smart guy. He's got a lot of energy. I think he'll bring, he and his wife volunteer a lot in the park, and I think he'll bring a lot of good information to help the committee. I think he'll bring a lot of help to the group.
Okay. Any other discussion, Bill?
When does the sounding board meet?
We're not going to meet this Thursday, but we're going to meet the following Thursday,
What time?
5:00 here. I believe it's 5. It could be 6, 5 or 6.
But you will
I
clarify
just bring
that.
it up because ERT has a second Thursday,
So what time do you guys meet?
6:30.
Okay, so I'll talk to them and we'll figure it out.
Have them meet at 5, and that way they
We'll figure it
will
out.
have a hard ending.
Well, what happened to Monday night? That's when they used to meet.
I don't know. We meet on Monday nights here a lot of times. I mean, I don't know. I'll ask them.
So the sounding board meets every week.
No, they meet once a month.
Okay. So you can have the first Thursday.
I will ask them. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Not a problem.
That's why sometimes we don't call on Bill a lot because,
That's okay.
okay. Any other new business? Bill, when we get back, Judy, hold on. Bill, we can discuss the whole safety thing sometime in the next couple of weeks. But,
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
be gone all week.
well, I'll be here all week, so,
Well,
all right. Judy?
put your name down to contact.
No, we
Okay.
didn't.
All-
You're right, Judy. Thank you.
All those in favor of the last motion about Biggs, raise your hand. All those opposed? Nice catch, Judy. Thank you. Any other new business? Now, I'm told that several of you want an executive session. So we will
But there's
adjourn.
member-
But
Questions.
first, what, Scott?
Well, it was just something that just come to my mind. I'm going to ask Deb because she is the liaison to the adult club here. When can we start playing pool on Wednesday nights? After the 1st of July?
I would think that's coming when the park opens. I will find out. How's
Okay.
that?
You're going to have to move the piano, though.
You got to move that baby grand. What about questions? Were you going to get that?
What?
Remember questions?
Yes, I was going, I remembered,
I didn't remember.
but thank you for reminding me because, one does forget. Okay. Jacob, did we have any member questions?
No, besides one member asking if you already discussed the fireworks survey, and I responded back saying that it will be in the recording posted on our YouTube page.
So basically, you blamed it on Jenny, right?
Poor Jenny.
I'm woman enough, I can handle it.
That's right. That's right.
If I didn't think you could handle it, I wouldn't have done that.
Sorry.
Oh, is that it?
Any other questions from the membership? How many people are tuned in?
At the moment, 27, but we had over 30 earlier.
So basically, we have the same people that always attend meetings
Yes.
and
A large majority of people watch the recording.
Mhm.
Just-
any way you can track that, Jason?
Yeah, we get close to around 400 views of the recordings when they're posted.
That's a more,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Next week and for the weeks following, I want that number talked about because I want to make sure that we're communicating with the membership.
Yeah, and we get it was recommended that we post a link out when we send out the recording, and we're going to be doing that from now on.
Okay.
So people have their recording.
Okay. Yes, Bill.
Can we say something to these people that watch it, that if they have an idea or a problem, just email the board so we get their input?
Say that one more time so that they hear it. Especially if it's about fireworks.
Can we do something for the people that watch the TV of our meetings, having them to contact the board about suggestions or something they disagree with?
An
that we
email,
talked about?
an email to board at
Email to
Port
the
Susan.
board. And I'm on vacation next week, so I'll forward. it to
Everybody
Bill.
who cares, please raise your hand whether he's on vacation.
You didn't hear me. I forwarded it to you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Tom.
We might want to look into that, the reason that the only have 27 at this time or 30. I got a text while we were doing this that some people are having difficulties getting into it and at a blue screen. So-
Did your microphone turn off?
Yes, it did.
So I could answer that. We had a hiccup on our video feed, and we're on our backup feed right now. But the recording went through successfully. So when we have difficulties like this, they can always watch the recording. So just for example, the annual meeting, we had connection issues, but the recording was perfectly fine. So all I can really say is until we get fiber optics run into the building, which should be next week or the week after, we're going to have these connection problems. But we always have the recording to fall back on.
And sooner or later, these technical difficulties will work themselves out. So that's a good thing. Okay. Go ahead.
A member asked, they sent an email to the board about the computer center, and they were asking about a discussion about the internet center.
And I don't know where that's going. I know there's discussions. I know Pat met with the internet center about a week or so ago, but I was not a part of that meeting. So I couldn't really address where that's
The answer is we're working on it. You can always sit in your car and get a signal.
Why don't you say something?
Check.
One of the things that's happening here with the fiber optics going into the adult center and the family center is that we're going to be deploying out Wi-Fi access points at the adult center and the family center. So kids will be able to connect to high-speed internet at the family center, and then people have the ability to either pull up to where the internet center building is right now or get a chair outside of the adult center and connect to free Wi-Fi internet. That's kind of the direction that we're going with it, just because that mirrors what other locations are doing.
Okay, but right now,
They
people
go,
can pull up in front of the internet center.
yes, and they can
And-
connect to free Wi-Fi.
And the other stuff is happening in the future, and you will let us know.
Yes,
Okay.
that's why the internet center hasn't opened, is because we're doing different things.
Working on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forwarded that question to Pat. on
Thank
the
you.
internet.
Bill's very good about moving things through the board to the people that can answer the questions properly. And I appreciate that, Bill. Thank you, sir. Okay. Let's adjourn this meeting and come. And Bill wants to adjourn and Nancy wants to second. All those in favor of adjournment, please raise your hand. It's unanimous. take 2 minutes and then let's come back to whatever the issues are for executive session. We don't have to fill the time